Hi, my lovely friends, and welcome into Divination Rainbow. I'm pulling on the collective energy right now going into the weekend. So let's go ahead and see what wants to come through. Oh, there we go. All right. Interesting. Okay. Some choices are going to need to be made. And it definitely is a feminine energy here. Maybe someone who's been kind of getting on your nerves with the mice here. So I'm seeing someone who maybe even challenges your progress in certain avenues. And this person is kind of like a pest. They kind of get on your nerves from time to time. And this energy is coming up. And it's coming up right around a little bit of a commitment or a promise. This could be a flaky type of person in an energy where you've made plans, you're doing things to get together, and this person's a no-show. Yeah, this could also be the kind of thing where you've had a little bit of a partnership with this energy and it's starting to come to an end. And as I say that, I'm seeing the coffin here. So definitely starting to come to an end. There's been some feelings that have been a little bit boxed up related to the choices that are coming up on the horizon here surrounding this feminine energy. And it's kind of like a dueling energy here that we're seeing evolving. And it's definitely the kind of situation where we have someone now who is wanting to kind of face you. It could even be someone you work with. But this is going to happen pretty quickly once it all starts to unfold. So what we're seeing here is definitely more of a feminine authority figure, right? Coming into play here. And it's calling into question a type of an ending that is approaching on the horizon in this energy. And this is something that you may have already been ruminating on, a choice or a decision where you're approaching a little bit of a crossroads on this journey and you're starting to feel through the energy of the best way to proceed. And we're seeing here that this particular feminine energy, the feminine energy that's related to this choice, is certainly something that's been a little bit bothersome recently. With this card that we're seeing here, I'm also getting a feeling of the number 5, 2 plus 3, and it's giving me a little bit of a message that this person maybe even calls into question your progress, calls into question the changes and the transformations that you've been making from a lifestyle type of standpoint is what I'm getting here. And this is definitely something that has maybe even started to cause a little bit of a union to be on the rocks. It's something where there could be a commitment, like I said earlier, or a promise where these two energies have made a plan to kind of meet, talk, discuss things, but that might fall through. And I'm seeing that very clearly in the cards, and you'll be getting a notice or a notification about that pretty quickly. News will come in pretty quickly here. And this could even be someone that you are familiar with from a workplace environment, or it could be someone who is above you in a type of a hierarchy. So like an older sister, a mother, a grandmother, definitely an authoritative figure and a strong feminine energy coming through. And what we're not seeing at the bottom of the deck here today, it's going to be a little bit more of that same energy of change. So there could be a lot of changes coming in here, and it's causing some friction that not everyone is comfortable with. Interesting. Let me know how that resonates for you. I like doing these Lenormand readings because they're very straightforward. All right, so I want to pull through some guidance for you now. I am going to pull some oracle cards and we'll just see what messages I can pull through for you as you move forward into this weekend energy. especially if this message has been resonating for you so far. This will kind of put things into further perspective. Some additional details may also come through for you. All right, so what can we see, please, now, Spirit, for guidance for moving forward for my friends going into this weekend? Yeah, change. I love when the cards just like start to repeat messages because it really gives you a strong confirmation. But we're seeing a lot of really positive energy coming through here. And I love to see this, especially when we're looking at this as a full picture story regarding the first half of the reading. So, what we're seeing here is an energy of really taking the time to sit and clear the air, taking time to reflect on past cycles, and just everything really closing out. And I love how timely this is right now with this waning crescent, because we are going into the full moon in Gemini coming up on the 14th. So that could be very significant timing for someone. But I'm seeing here a strong energy of passionate communication, and it's leading to forgiveness. It's leading to an acceptance, because I just heard acceptance. All right. And this is something where you could have been really unsure about this for a while. And as I see this person reaching towards this crescent moon, I'm really getting a sense of you're waiting for the feeling intuitively of when is the right moment. Okay. So this is also a confirmation for someone. And we're seeing here that once this conversation takes place and this energy has had a chance to really clear the air, it's going to be bringing in a lot of calm. It's going to be bringing in much more stability, and it's going to be having a very gentle feeling in your space. Instead of being in that tense energy or that anticipation energy, we're seeing things really start to clear out. Clarity is coming in. The emotional aspect is being allowed to flow freely. And then those thoughts are also starting to become unclouded. So there is some strong air and water energy here. And we're definitely also seeing an opportunity here for there to be a type of a peace offering. With forgiveness and fulfillment back to back, it's delivering a strong message that this conversation or this potential confrontation or cancellation of plans could end up going a lot better than what you are anticipating or may expect. It's going to lead to a really calming energy. And looking at these two fish, I cannot help but see some Pisces energy here. And it's also letting me know that you could be in a more reflective type of mode after you move through this coming energy. Moving into the later part of the weekend and the early part of next week, I see you really in a place where you're more able to freely express your emotions, and you're reconciling what has transpired in a way that's feeling very comfortable to you. And it's putting you in the perfect position to be able to start to move back on that track of change that this friction was preventing. And it's leading toward a happier time with that sun on the horizon. I always get a strong inner child energy from this card as well. So this definitely could have to do with just kind of growing through and breaking out of a structure where you've been really deeply woven in with some authority figures in family, work, or school. And now your trajectory is shifting. You have certain life transformations and also personality changes that you have gone through. And it isn't something that has happened quickly, all in the recent past, but this is something where you've really gradually been moving through. And I see you now getting to a point where I'm seeing water being kind of like held back by a dam, and it's giving me an energy of wanting to continue to move forward, wanting to continue to move with that flow, but there is a restriction. There's a bit of a barrier there. And so this event transpiring really seems to be the catalyst to opening that back up, for your energy to flow more freely and for you to ride these winds of change towards your happiness and towards your fulfillment. I love to see that for you. That's so beautiful. If you stuck with me through this whole reading, I really would love to hear from you. And I'm super grateful for your presence here. I wouldn't be able to pull through these messages without you. Until we see each other for the next reading, I am counting on you to please take good care of yourself. Bye bye for now.